work hard, you focus, and you commit, you're not only going to graduate here with a 4-year degree, we're going to win a national championship together.
Hey, don't forget to thank your mom. Never forget to thank your mom. Might tell me where you're gonna be signing?
Actually, it's why I'm hiding in here.
Oh, it doesn't sound like me at all. Oh well, I don't really care.
Advice, I'm always here.
Some guy in the bathroom?
Okay, cool. Thanks, man.
Yeah, anytime. Actually, I've been meaning to run into you. Hello? Hello?
Alright, weird bathroom guy. Okay. What was the whole thing? This never used to be like this. They really modified the hell out of this. Clemson, Florida, Florida State, LSU. I don't have a favorite school, to tell you the truth, in the States. Florida, Florida State, LSU. Oh, I like Texas, so Texas Tech. Yeah, let's go Texas, I guess. I don't know. I don't really know anything about the university system in the States, or what teams are great or whatever, so there's no real thought process going into that. Yeah, I do know that it occasionally snows in Arlington. I don't think it snows that much in Arlington, though.
With this team's starting quarterback out, they're turning to a kid who's never taken a snap in college. Not one.
Look, their game plan isn't complicated. Drop back, scan the field, and throw it into Isaiah Street. That's what got them to the college football playoff, and that's what's going to keep them in this game.
Drop back, scan, and throw. We're not sure the new kid can do any of these things. Don't you think it's a little hard?
They've really changed this. I was playing what do you call it? This is like the equivalent of Road to the Show for baseball. I remember playing this before, and it was way different than this.
Come in. I want you to be the first to know that Marcus Washington decommitted last night. And he's coming here.
What? That doesn't make any sense. You said I was going to be the starter.
He's the #1 recruit in the country, son. There's no guarantees in college football. I'm sorry.
I'm not going anywhere. Bring him in. I'll win the job. You'll see.
If you're the coach, how do you let 5-star talent waste away on the bench for this long?
No. Better question is, if you're a young, 5-star recruit, why do you stay with a coach that doesn't play?
Because he's got something to prove. And to who? To that coaching staff, man. I mean, the same group of guys who spent the last 4 years telling him, you're not good enough. He's got to prove it to those guys.
Yeah, take this.
All right, gentlemen. Like Coach and I always say, the second you step off this bus, you're on a business trip. We got a lot of work to do, so let's get to it.
I mean, I know that it snows in Arlington, but I don't think I've ever seen it snow that much in Arlington. I think I've seen pictures where they've had like an inch or two. It looked like they had about 6 inches of snow. There were more out there. Anyway.
Hey, JoJo. You was sweet. I did. Yes. Glad you noticed. Hey, boy.
This is so weird.
Whoa.
This is so completely different.
Staff is around the corner, you see. Hey, babe, go on in. This is for players and coaches only.
What? confused.
I'm here to play Clemson.
What?
The Tigers, yeah.
You? Okay. What's your name?
That's me.
That's you?
Yeah,
I don't know who you are, but go ahead.
I'm the quarterback.
What?
Yeah.
Excuse me. You're the quarterback, right?
Yeah.
What?
Don't look so surprised. It's my job to know the roster. I'm Taylor Bennett. I'm working the sidelines tonight.
Okay, cool. Nice to meet you.
Do you mind if I ask you a few questions?
Okay.
Okay, I'm just gonna record them.
Okay.
All right. So we all know your situation tonight, but we really don't know much about you as a quarterback. How would you describe your style of play?
Oh. Well, hey, what's up, man? Well, I've always had a big arm, so just throw it deep, let my receivers get under it.
Okay. Now, how about your personality? Or better yet, how would your teammates describe you?
How my teammates describe me.
Yeah, were you intense, cutthroat, a great leader, a jokester? Give me something.
You know what? I'm kind of a film junkie. I like to lead by example in that way, so people would joke that I was like a mini being a coach.
Okay.
Yo, Taylor. Hey, can I borrow him for a second?
Oh, yeah.
Wait, hold up. You're a Heisman voter, right? Hey, I'm coming for that award next year. Look out for me.
Oh, I will.
Okay. All right, listen. You ready, right? Yeah. This is winning the national championship means everything to me. All right, I made a promise to my brother.
God, it looks so. It looks
I
like
can't throw the ball to
more
myself.
real than every other
Same page,
sport.
you feel me?
I wonder if that could in the field too.
Gotcha.
Baseball and hockey ones, the people's faces don't look quite so real. God, if you walked in the room, you wouldn't.
All right, I just talked to Coach. He insists on going with a simplified game plan for you tonight.
What do you think?
Well, his thinking is we keep it simple, you don't get overwhelmed, and then we rely on the defense to do their part.
This is a joke?
All right, look, Coach just wants to put him in the best position to succeed.
No, this ain't high school ball, man. Or this is the semifinals. If we go out there and simplify, they're gonna destroy us. Come on, this is crazy, right? Right?
Agreed. Coach needs to wake up. I'm ready for this.
Forget about him, man.
Listen, I don't
Better
care
not
how
just
much
screw
you play,
myself.
you're a leader on this team. Leaders, sometimes they have to do what's right, even if they don't like it.
Got it, Coach. I got you.
Yeah?
The 2018 college football season
Still
has been
snowing.
a wild one, and we are down to 4 as EA Sports is proud to welcome you to AT&T Stadium in snowy, yes, snowy Arlington, Texas. Tonight, it's the first of our college football playoff semifinal matchups,
Such a
as
close.
we'll see the Clemson Tigers taking on the Texas Longhorns.
What's up, bro? Good luck tonight.
Thanks.
Hey, man, don't listen to the critics. You got all the talent in the world. Just go out there and put on a show.
Thanks. He's alive.
All right, man. Hit me up when you get to the league.
Yeah.
Okay. I make this in? Well, I'm curious. Getting left.
For the right to play for a national championship next Monday night in Santa Clara, we are underway from Arlington in the national playoff semifinal. Out is the kickoff
For some
unit as
reason,
they
I think I
run
screwed
up
it up.
and send this one away. This will be taken
Right
in at
tackle?
the 1. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line.
I have no idea what I'm doing. Wrong suggestions.
Clemson now with a 1st and 10. They'll run with Jewell.
I don't know.
4 yards the result on the first play.
That's Clemson. I thought I only played the
Second
quarterback
down.
position.
Clemson, of course, back in the college football playoff for the 4th consecutive year. Champions in the 2016 season. Trying to make it 2 titles in 3 years if they can get things done. Cooper now to throw on second down. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
The goal of anyone running a curl route is to make sure you try and get defenders on your back and shield them away from the football. But sometimes, even when you run a good route, the defense finds a way to knock it away.
On third down, Cooper. And he comes back with one complete. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the first at the 32. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Now stopped him in his tracks. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over. So here we go.
Okay,
His first collegiate snap as the Longhorns have the football, 1st and 10. They will let him throw here on the very first play. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee.
We'll accept that.
So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way.
Yes, I'm assuming when I hand it off, I don't have to run. I'm just handing it off to the guy.
They give to Slay here. And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 4.
So at least you can take control of another player if you want to.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent game.
You're playing a player career mode. Why would you need to do that? We'll have to figure out in this game out here.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. A good throw there, but boy, a tough situation for this offense, for this program, really. You think about it, Marcus Washington, 4-year starter, came in as a true freshman to lead this team. He's 3rd all-time in passing yards in school history, 2nd in touchdowns, twice an All-American, a Heisman finalist, all that stuff. Never missed a game in his college career, 53 starts, but now he sits and watches as his understudy for the last 4 years finally gets his shot in the leading role. Here we go on 2nd and 12. He's going to go up top for the end zone. That is caught for a Longhorns touchdown.
I don't know how it works, but somehow things worked out here.
Going to make the grab. And the Longhorns have taken the early lead. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turning to his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym, preparing for the fight. Now we get to
It's weird. Normally in a career mode, you only have to control the one player that you're actually in control of. But here, it feels like you're responsible for so much more, which is, it just feels odd.
So now after the touchdown, the Longhorns get ready to kick it off. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25.
All right.
The Tiger offense ready to get after it one more time. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
Unless they prove themselves not really a team that does a lot of running.
what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys are a little bit jumpy.
You do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went
and
3
now
and
they
out.
have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. On the carry, it's Jewell, and he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage.
Well,
No gain
so
on
it
that
doesn't
one
seem
as
like
it
I have to do
brings
anything
up
on
a 3rd and
defense.
10.
Which is
And he got off the
okay.
end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom, quick, and what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Here's Cooper, and it's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
I think they only gained about
Down
3
at the
yards.
28, and that is well short of the first. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
Well, the good thing about covering any game I do with you is I know that there's no problem with rhythm. Now, what we're watching offensively, a little bit of a problem there.
Yeah, punt on the first drive, looking at another one here. Just a little slow. You know, they were talking about a fast start, but that hasn't been the case.
Yeah, and let's face it, any team we cover always talks about a fast start.
That's true.
But it's not necessarily going to happen just because they say so. And whether it's the script, whether it's, just what they're going through, whether it's seeing different defenses, they're going to have to figure it out as this game moves on.
He will not be throwing to start out as they begin on the ground. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Texas here in the college football playoff looking for what would be their 5th national title. They were a powerhouse back in the 60s and 70s, winning it in 63, 69, and 70. But then they waited 35 years before winning it again in 2005 and haven't won it since. And now a shot into coverage downfield is complete. A gain of 28 yards there and give them a 1st down. Well, that student section wasn't alive. They are alive and well now. That chunk play woke them up. It is starting to get really, really loud in here as this offense is on the move here in the first quarter. They'll run it now out of the gun. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
They tried to get her inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Not much there, maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
All right, so let's look at the ball. So same play more or less here.
Ready! 30 base.
They'll drop the throw.
Able
to connect. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. That's running out of steam. And
short.
Won't get there. He left it just short. No good. And this score will stay right where it is. Was a kicker from that distance, 56-56.
That it doesn't get at least to the crossbar. But remember this, you have to drive it a little bit lower in order to make that distance, and you also have to be worried about the interior rush that they can get their hands on it. So that's why those stronger kickers nowadays who can pop it up in the air and still travel and carry it, that's who you're looking for.
Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive.
Got lucky because the ball was in pair.
Penalty flags are down, and I believe they're going to get a face mask penalty tacked on. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
Okay.
So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. Here's Cooper. From the gun, he'll throw. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line.
I don't understand why people having to play defense. They don't want to player career mode. So there's kind of a weird setting on that way.
Yard of the completion. It's 2nd and goal.
Don't know what's going on.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. Going to hand to Jewell. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stop that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Cooper will look to throw it. This will be caught just inside the 10. Nothing doing on that one, and it'll be 4th down.
When a linebacker's able to sit at the 2nd level and see things develop in front of him, as soon as he got a hint that the quarterback was checking it down, he just made a beeline directly for the receiver and ended up making the play.
And his kick is indeed good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
So if you're an offensive coordinator and you're averaging a point a drive, you're in the wrong line of work, aren't you? You got to find a way to unlock the key to these defenses and put some big points on the board.
Yeah, you see that there go for 25 yards. Let's see.
About set for their next drive, the Texas offense at the line. But Charles, so much of this offense the last few years centering around the combination of Marcus Washington and Isaiah Streets saying, now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 38. First week of the preseason, probably not the pass, the impression that everybody wants to leave right there.
Yeah, no probably about it, because that's not what you want to do to try and impress your new coaching staff, try to impress your locker room, and most importantly, yourself. Probably spent all night last night saying, don't throw an interception early. Make sure you take care of the football. But now he's got it out of the way. Hopefully he can just settle in and move on.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. Now Cooper looks to throw, and Thomas has it.
It's like
6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Looking to throw. Cooper. They finds an open man, Simpson. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a 1st down. 1st and 10 now for Clemson. Cooper operating from the gun. Looking for his running back, and he's got him.
6 yards,
and they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. It's a 4-yard pickup, and it's a 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And all the way to the 2-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. That led to a really nice gain.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
They've been playing sound fundamental defense thus far and able to keep this offense from creating a major dent on the scoreboard.
Able to force the incompletion, but still waiting for that game-changing play. You feel like it's coming, the first sack, the first turnover.
In a sense, they're playing old school defense right now.
I bet that the players in the right got lucky there and still blocked him.
They'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to bring up an interesting 3rd and goal.
Go! 60 outlaw!
Now Cooper from the gun, he'll throw.
Nowhere
to escape, and he goes down.
And that's the kind of stand all defenses are seeking. 3rd and goal, backs against the wall, and they get a monster sack, and now they're going to force them into a field goal. For them, that's a win.
And this one is right through.
All right, so we're going to put lead.
Back within a point at 7-6. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
Let's get back to 25 anyway. This looks to be very good at running here.
The Longhorns come up here to begin their next drive. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you got the lead. It's
how do we stop running?
Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are in the field.
That's just running pretty good for a second there. All of a sudden he stopped running.
Well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half. He released that awkwardly. It almost looked like a pitcher who gripped his fastball a little too hard and let it go late, and it bounced in front of the plate.
Yeah, one of those fastballs that ends up at 57 feet, not 60 feet, 6 inches. Just a little short with the arm, which is unusual because we saw him in warm-ups. He's got a big, strong arm when he delivers it with confidence.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first
deep
down.
Plays here now.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
Who's up? We up. Who's up? We up. Let's go.
Hey, kid. Just checking in with you. How do you feel about the first half?
That's how we play. Let's go.
We had a great first half. Keep doing what we're doing, we might win this thing.
There's a lot of we's in that sentence. It's a good thing to recognize your teammates, but you remember you're leading the charge tonight, right? So get out there and let's put this thing away. Second half. Let's go.
Half of this game because we went against the coach's directions, so I can't afford to lose this game. We got reamed out.
Hey, Coach. Really good job out there in the first half. I should have trusted you more. That's on me.
I'm over it. All that matters is the win.
All right. Can you handle it if I open up the playbook a little bit in the second half?
Let's do it.
Let's get him.
Thanks, Coach.
All right.
The winner goes on, the loser goes home as we start the second half in this semifinal matchup from Arlington. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line. About set for their next drive, the Texas offense at the line. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try to hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And this time he's got the hook up.
I thought he cut on the other side.
They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. This young quarterback does have the support of former players and teammates. He actually told us that he heard from former Longhorns like Colt McCoy and also Earl Thomas as they reached out to him via social media in the days leading up to this semifinal.
Damn it.
No chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. The loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
And now on 4th and 1, it's a fake. Oh, and this turns into a mess as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 47. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out
Man,
the
I'm
long
screwing this up badly.
and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and it'll bring up a 2nd
The
and
defense don't fit
13.
on this one.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. 2nd and 13. He's going to launch this. That's caught inside the 20. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first
That was the
down.
last damn thing we needed.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around to make a play on the football.
And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Give him 4 yards there on the first down keeper.
Typically on the read option play, when we talk about responsibilities, we're talking about what the quarterback has to go through. How about the inside linebacker, though? His job on this play.
Oh, no.
And he will take this in for a Clemson touchdown. A 13-yard touchdown run. And Clemson has taken the lead. Well, they had their chances in the first half, you remember, but had to settle for 2 field goals. This time they come away with 6.
I think they actually got affirmation about what they were doing by getting a touchdown, because the field goals means they got in range, but couldn't quite finish it off. This time, they broke through, and that's great for the old confidence.
I desperately need a freaking touchdown here.
The feeling between 3 and 6, is it astronomical or no?
It can be at times, that's for sure. A lot of times the field goal feels like a disappointment. The touchdown, well, that tells you you're getting it done.
And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Longhorns come up here to begin their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. They'll run him now out of the gun. They only got a couple on that one, so not a ton of help. They'll have a 3rd and 8 forthcoming.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
Now we're into the second half now. This is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. This is brought in at the 21. Oh, and he's taken down here by his face mask by the looks of it. And a penalty flag is going to give a much better starting position. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
Back to throw is Cooper. Off play action. And this is Simpson with a catch. Call that a very strong gain of 24. Clemson now with a 1st and 10. From the gun, Cooper. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 36.
Thank you.
They brought the house that time on the young rookie, maybe a little rattled through the pick.
And you have to be prepared for a lot of pressure as a rookie quarterback because most defensive coordinators are going to test you that way. So when you see that, the ball's got to get out of your hands quickly, and that means your receivers have to understand they have to break up their routes quickly as well.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That's good for 28 yards. Well, I tell you what, that doesn't look like the throw of a guy who's never played college football. And you think about it, part of the reason you have to remember, he's run the scout team in practice for 4 years. And that scout team has had to go up against their own first stringers on the defensive side. So he has practiced for all 4 of those years against one of the best defenses in the country. He seems to be ready for this opportunity. Here's a 2nd and 7.
Oh, fuck off.
A great read, and it's picked off. Those INTs all sting, but you throw one in the red zone, I think especially as a rookie, maybe it stings a little bit more.
I think what you're saying is they don't all count the same, do they? Right? Interceptions in the red zone that you're giving up points now, those are precious, so you have to learn from those and in a hurry.
And he is brought down 3
interceptions. Oh my god, I am so screwed. I have completely boffed this game. I need some good time help. I need a fumble recovery.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Oh boy. Need them to not score here. Need to get that ball back. I need to come back and get a touchdown ASAP.
We are set to bring you the home stretch here, the 4th quarter. Back to throw. And we'll find his man on the outside.
Still at the 50-yard
He's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. It's a 10-yard pickup, and that's enough to move the chains. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll run with Henry. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Well, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
12
yards
lose this goddamn game. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps out the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Defense, come up here, man. I need one more big play. One more big play and get me this ball back, please.
The offense on 3rd down tonight. They've converted just 2 for 6
long throws too. I just need to start doing some short passes here.
Looking to throw. Cooper.
Thank you.
Incomplete.
That's way too far for a field goal.
Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the 1st there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that they pick up a 1st down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. About set for their next drive, the Texas offense at the line. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was...
knocked it in his hands. Did we get it?
He's intercepted. Picked off here the
No way.
Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
That's going to screw them. That's my fault.
To be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way.
He had that ball.
And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
That one goes for 24 yards.
I've blown this game.
1st and 10 now for Clemson. Cooper now off the play fake. His throw incomplete.
4 interceptions. One of them technically not my fault, but still. Man.
Well, he knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Here's Cooper to throw again. And his throw is incomplete. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, what, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
Have to go touchdown and then a 2-point conversion.
Right? They draw up these beautiful plays. It looks so perfect up on the board. But occasionally, sometimes you just say, throw it up and let him go get it.
I can't believe I got that touchdown early on so easy.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
The only chance we have now is an interception or a fumble.
There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
On 2nd down now, Jewell, and he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with 3rd and still 7 yards to go.
Come on, fumble.
They'll keep it on the ground. Jewell. So he fought off the tackle, and that effort gives him the 1st before he's brought down. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Hasn't had his best game running the football here tonight, but hey, that's a critical spot right there to convert on 3rd down, and he did it.
And the lights are shining just a little bit brighter right now, aren't they? You remember being able to...
You guys are able to do every single thing that I have been able to do.
Throw away. He's taken down.
Well, if you're going to throw the ball on 1st and goal from the 2, the worst thing that should result is an incompletion for you offensively.
1st downs, and they've only had 1 turnover, and I've had 4.
This is a different type of football. Back in my day,
32 seconds left. I'm going to get the ball back.
A lot of big people with big neck rolls, they were on the field trying to ram it into the end zone.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Clemson. Elton Poe.
Doesn't matter now. Even if I get a touchdown, I still lost.
And Clemson tacks onto their lead. They have to love seeing that from their young quarterback here in the 4th quarter, able to further that lead with a touchdown pass.
He didn't go turtle, did he? And you know what I mean by that. I had an old coach used to say all the time, hey, when we have a lead late, don't just tuck in and try and ride it out. Go out and play and extend the lead. And that's what he did.
Fielded about a yard deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
Don't have much choice but to go deep now, do I?
The Longhorns come up here to begin their next drive. They can't do much at this point, partner. This one is going to go down in the last count.
You don't make up for what has happened during the game in this sequence here. Maybe you hand it off and let someone run the ball if you so choose. But otherwise, just kneel down, call it a day, and try and prepare going forward.
Looking to erase a 2-score deficit here in the 4th quarter. both going for some big plays.
Yeah, they certainly were. They just decided one shot, didn't they? Forget trying to move the ball downfield in small little increments. Let's go for the big one. But how about the defense playing situational football, looking at the scoreboard, realizing what can hurt us most? The deep shot. They played it well.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. They'll look to throw here. And Walker has it. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Now in desperation. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked off around the 37.
5 interceptions.
Well, ultimately, the loss of Marcus Washington, too much to overcome. Their explosive offense just could not get on track, and they fall here in this national semifinal in Arlington.
First time my first drive, and that was it. I got shut down the rest of the way.
Let's get in here, man. Keep your head up. Nothing to be ashamed of.
Could not disagree more. That was pretty pathetic. I thought he was going to yell at me.
I'm sorry Zeke's not here. When I came to your mom's house 3 years ago, I promised to do everything I could to get us to a national championship. I didn't get you there. It's on me.
Let down, coach.
You didn't let anybody down.
You did everything in your power to keep your promise tonight. See, could be proud of you.
I just wanted it so bad.
I know, man. I know.
Hey, son. Just want to let you know, I'm proud of you.
Yeah, I know.
Hey, I mean it. That was a gutsy performance out there tonight. And for what it's worth, I'm glad you stayed.
Thanks, Coach.
Hey, son. This doesn't have to be your last football game if you don't want it to be.
He's right, man. You're a heck of a player, man. Football's my life. Looking good, Emily. Oh, and I'm loving this hat.
Thank you.
Oh, absolutely. Is that magenta? Fuchsia? What color is that? Okay. Well, hey, I bet he'd probably be good at off the board, huh?
Yeah.
But Emily has the best games.
Okay. If you had a unicorn, would you want its mane to be purple or pink?
Well.
Well, these are both tough, but good options. I think I'm gonna have to go with purple. Purple.
No, look. You see, look, you don't pick from the options given. All right, the game is in the name, off the board. Yeah, now it's clear. Okay, look, if I had a unicorn, I'd have a mane that matches its horn. Silver.
I'd go with onyx.
Oh, yeah. Told you she's a pro.
Hey, how's it going? Todd, I'm your dad.
Hi.
She's a little too shy to ask you. We know that you're going to be heading to the NFL draft soon, and Emily wanted to find out if you would dedicate a game to her sometime in your rookie season.
Of course, absolutely, anything.
Oh, anything? Well, actually, she wanted you to throw 3 touchdowns in that game.
3? I said 4.
She did say 4. Is that okay?
Well, 4 touchdowns is a lot.
Yeah, but can you turn down this space? Look at that.
But I'll see what I can do.
Yes.
Don't worry. You'll do it.
Thank you. Thank you very much. It's great to see you again.
It's nice to meet you, Emily.
You too.
The college football season's wrapped up and the draft is 2 months away. Today we kick off the NFL Scouting Combine. Over the next 7 days, more than 300 college prospects will run, jump, catch, and throw for NFL coaches and scouts.
Lord, this is the craziest opening sequence to a new career in any of the games I've ever seen.
You know that kid out of Texas? He just carries himself in a certain way. I see Brady, I see Russell Wilson, I see that confidence. I would not bet against him.
Talk about it. Look, I care about you. You should bet against him. I want you to succeed. He's played in 1 game and he lost it. Okay, fine. He lost the game. You act like you haven't held a nail before. But in that game, he showed off some serious arm talent. If he performs well at the combine, I guarantee you there's a GM out there cash in a late 7th round pick for him.
Guess we'll see soon.
Yes, I hear you. And I've
Indianapolis.
been hearing you for the last 15 minutes. I'm on top of it. How many times do you need to... Yes, I'm on top of it. I'm meeting... I've got a few other guys to meet this week, and then I know that there's a time restraint. I understand that.
Thanks for taking the time to meet me.
Yes. Well, I know what he wants. I understand what he wants. He's told me what he wants. You don't have to tell me what he wants as well, okay? Just, can you hold on for a second? Thank you. No, just be quiet. I take any of the other top quarterbacks available, and I get praise, and I get to keep my job. I pick you, a player that barely even picked up a ball in college, and then I'm nuts. And the seat that I've got to sit on gets red hot. So why don't you tell me why you should even be on my radar?
When I found out I wasn't going to start in college, it became clear that I should transfer if I want to play at the next level. But I didn't. Because my word means something. And I'm proud of my decision to stick. If I was running a team, I think I want players that were willing to compete.
Hey, I'm gonna have to call you back. Yes, I'll have to call you back. I love you too, Dad. Are you for real? You know, you and I have a mutual friend, Mr. Jack Ford. He and I served on the same staff in St. Louis. What do you think he would have to say about your ability to lead a locker room?
Navigating a locker room can be tricky. I do my best. I try to find a balance between being the locker room guy, and then the guy that the coaches can rely on to get the team bought in. But it's hard.
You know, Jack had some concerns about your leadership, but I'm not seeing that. Little inside scoop, the owner wants someone with the measurables. So you go out there, and you impress. You'll be on our radar.
I can do that.
Don't let me down.
Thank you.
Hand over your phone. I want to check your internet history.
You want me to give you my phone? Isn't that just like normal procedure?
You bet it is. You just give anyone your phone? If someone asks for your playbook, would you give them that too?
No. What? What?
You have something to hide? Look, son. This interview's about transparency.
I think I'm being quite transparent.
Not transparent enough.
You're on a mountain in Alaska on a bus going 100 miles an hour. Where are you sitting on the bus?
Bus in Alaska. Well, back of the bus.
Back of the bus? Why?
I can help people escape after that.
Are leaders in the front of the bus, the middle of the bus, or the back of the bus?
Leaders are where they need to be.
Interesting answer.
I figure back of the bus, saving people makes me look selfless. Shows that I'm a team player.
Good answer. The correct answer should have been wherever I'm needed.
Funny how many eyes are on us right now, huh? Breaking us down, picking us apart. Every mistake amplified. But we got it though, right? At least I know I do.
Hey, I'm looking for your agent. I don't have an agent. Didn't have an agent. Les Moore, congratulations.
For what?
You're getting an agent. Me. Boom.
I don't think. Have I met you before?
You're about to know me. It's like you're up to throw, kid. Go get him. Or should I say, go get him, client?
No, I'm good, man, yeah.
Yeah. Got a lot of people already. Full roster. Too full.
Oops. Yeah, I guess we're both feet in there.
Go now. 30 base. Ready?
Damn it. That was a little trickier.
Ready? 50. Play. Get.
Oh, fuck.
On the ready. Let go. Ready up. Down. 70. Indy. Up. Go, go. And two stop. Now. Break. And up. Come on, set. 10 logo. Two. Go. Stick the oar. Hit it. Go, set. 18 Cater. Five. Go. 90 Wolf. Big grip. Big grip.
Oh.
Ready, ready. 8 feet. Ready, ready. Got it. Sit. On the double. Let go. Ready? Let's go.
Thanks, man.
New York fans were very vocal about you this week on social media. How would you feel about playing for the Giants?
Well, I'm flattered by their interest. Honestly, I just want a shot. If they give me a chance, I'll be ready to work.
Totally understand.
What do you feel is your biggest strength as an NFL quarterback?
Well, I pride myself in my ability to get the job done. I'm able to focus and perform under pressure. I think you guys saw that in the college playoff.
Definitely did.
What do you say to the critics that think you weren't ready to play in the NFL?
Have any of these critics ever played football? Honestly, I don't care what they say. It's all white noise to me. All that really matters is what those NFL teams think, guys.
Let's say this all doesn't work out for you. What's your plan B?
No plan B for me.
That's a great answer.
It's very smart. Thank you.
Very intelligent kid. Nice twist. That's my buddy. let it go to voicemail. Build some anticipation. But if you answer it, you'll show that the teams can count on you. So, answer it.
Hello?
Sorry, sir. We're ready.
What? What? Was it?
You're not getting an invite to the draft. Which is a good thing. I mean, just ask Brady, right? Hey, how's this? I know a tailor, and he can make it feel like you're there. What's your vibe?
I don't really have a vibe. Should get like a suit?
Suit? Huh, ma'am? You like a man in a nice suit?
Him? Yeah.
Yeah. Huh? Stamp of approval. First class stamp of approval for somebody who's not getting invited to the draft.
I don't need a suit.
What are you looking forward to seeing tonight?
Oh boy.
We waited forever last night. Running back to go.
This is going so terribly. Oh my gosh. Guess I needed a lot more than 16 passes.
You are definitely going in the third round. Third round is your round. This is the round you want to be drafted in, huh? I mean, no one good ever came out of the third round.
Russell Wilson came out of the third round.
Never heard of him.
Well, he won the Super Bowl, Les.
And so will you, as a fourth rounder.
They're gonna be 7-2 if I'm lucky.
It's only the sixth round.
Every agent's dream. Representing seventh round. Guess as long as I just get my 30%.
Yes. Did you say 30%?
Couldn't have done better at the combine.
You know, I didn't ask you to be my agent.
Well, maybe I shouldn't have been. I had people lining up wanting me to represent them.
No, you didn't, actually. I don't even know if you're credited, man.
Put her on speaker.
Okay. Hello?
Hi, this is Bruce Arians, head coach out in Tampa Bay. We've had our eye on you for a while. Making you the newest member of the Buccaneers. Come be ready to compete.
We will be!
Who's that?
Don't worry about it. Thank you so much, sir. I'll be there. I'll be ready to go. Thank you. Oh, yes!
Let's get some grilled cheese.
Let's start at the top. The Buccaneers, draft winners or draft losers?
I'll go first on this one. I gave it some thought, and I'm actually going to say winners.
Yeah, I'm not in love with some of their early picks.
I know, but I'm talking about a couple of their late rounders, and one of them who was fascinating.
Great. You're talking about that quarterback, huh?
He's saying bingo.
Bingo! He's intriguing, for sure. I think a little coaching, a little patience. I think he could be a strong backup.
If he's in the right situation, the right system, he could compete for a starting gig.
Adams, he never saw the field in college. We're going to go on the field and start for an NFL team?
I know, it's just a hunch, I guess.
That's good.
So where are we headed?
Oh, isn't it on the app?
That you?
Yeah.
Well, I wasn't gonna say anything because I'm a professional. But for what it's worth, I think you are the guy that's gonna turn things around here for our quarterback situation. And I played a little JUCO ball myself.
That's cool, man. That's cool.
Had the coach in here last week, and I was not impressed at all. I do a little JV coaching in my spare time, so I have a really good feel about the game. Told him one of my plays, he could have used it this someday.
You know, I actually haven't met him yet.
It's Bruce Arians, real cool dude. Wears one of those kangaroo hats. Real cool.
By the way, you see the moves we made this offseason? Deshaun Jackson, Humphreys walked. Good news. We still got Mikey Evans. 1,500 yards last year. And our tight end, O.J. Howard, he's a beast.
Holy crap, it's 2 o'clock.
You can have a pretty good season.
Jeez.
Now, if you can get past Jameis, I can see you becoming the guy here. Take the reins, put on a kangaroo hat, and tell Arians I said so.
Thanks. I'll pass it along. I was sure much they'll listen to me. Interesting monkey.
Had Chris Pratt in here last week. Good-looking guy. I think if he fights a raptor, the raptor's gonna win. That's just me. That's just me. I don't care how many names he calls him. In fact, I actually did some archaeology on the side. And I found a T-Rex bone in Missouri once. I think it was a T-Rex bone. I was like, look at, whoa! Sorry about that.
Cool. Actually, I think you can just drop me off right up here, man. Oh, yeah, sure. Just right up front. Thank you.
This is the start of something beautiful, kid. And in this city, if you need anything, if you need alpacas, if you need emus, any type of livestock, home loan, or warranty, you call me.
You're the guy.
If you... Think we'll call.
This game, it's about legacy, kid. Achievement, exceeding expectations. Your college accolades, they're in the past. Your draft status, just a number. But your legacy, you start building that today. It's about the way you interact with teammates, coaches, opponents. It's about fearlessness, week in, week out. Overcoming the onslaught of the league's top defenders. Demonstrating leadership in everything you do, from how you play to what you wear. It's about laying a strong foundation in your rookie season, becoming the quarterback I always knew you were. But first, right now, it's about winning the starting job. Good luck out there, kid.